You learn more about a woman from your absence than from your presence. When you're around, when you're texting, calling, showing interest, checking in, she doesn't have to think. She doesn't have to wonder. She doesn't have to question anything. Attention makes her comfortable. Your effort keeps her confident. But the moment you step back, even just a little, her mind reacts in ways most men never see. Men think women only feel something when they show affection or when they give. But a woman feels the most when something she was used to suddenly disappears. That silence, that distance, that space. It does something her pride will never admit. Because your absence forces her to face a truth she could ignore before. You are not guaranteed. This video isn't about games, manipulation, or pretending not to care. It's about knowing your value as a man. Sometimes your presence can be taken for granted. Sometimes your consistency gets overlooked. Sometimes the things you do become invisible because she believes you will always be there. That's human nature. People stop appreciating what never goes away. But when you remove yourself, even quietly, everything changes. She starts noticing what she didn't before. She starts thinking about what she ignored. She starts feeling things she didn't expect. Even the women who act strong, cold, or indifferent still feel it. A woman's reaction to your absence reveals her real feelings. If she truly cared, your silence bothers her. If she was only playing, she replaces you quickly. Either way, you learn the truth without saying a single word. Your absence tests her maturity, her loyalty, and her respect because women don't chase men they don't care about, they don't worry about losing a man they don't value, and they don't think about a man they don't miss. So when you pull back, when you stop chasing, stop texting first, stop offering attention, her emotions start working: confusion, curiosity, jealousy, regret, attachment. Even if she pretends nothing is happening, you are about to understand exactly what a woman feels when you are no longer there. Not guesses, real psychology, real emotional reactions, and the real process a woman goes through when silence replaces attention, because a man's absence says what his words never could. I won't give effort where effort isn't appreciated. 1. Confusion. Why did he change? The first thing a woman feels in your absence is confusion. Even if she acted like your presence didn't matter, even if she was distant, even if she didn't give you the same energy, she still noticed you. Women don't ignore effort. They just hide how much they enjoy it. So when that effort suddenly stops, her mind reacts instantly. She starts asking herself questions. Why is he quiet? Did something happen? Is he upset with me? Did I do something wrong? Why isn't he texting? Women are emotional analyzers. They look for patterns. So when your communication changes, she notices. Maybe she expected you to always text first. Maybe she believed you'd never step back. Maybe she thought you'd always be available. But the moment you stop chasing, the moment you remove your attention, she feels the difference. This confusion isn't just curiosity, it's insecurity. If she was used to you being there, your absence tells her that something shifted. Even if she pretends she doesn't care, her mind starts running. Why? Because the silence is louder than everything you ever said. Most men think women don't notice the little things. They do. They notice when you stop liking their posts, when your replies aren't instant, when you don't ask how their day was, when you stop showing concern. The change might be small, but to her, it feels big. And here's the interesting part. If she didn't care at all, she wouldn't be confused. She would be relieved. But confusion means one thing. Your presence meant more than she admitted. A woman might not text you right away, but she's watching. She checks if you viewed her story. She checks when you were last active. She checks if you're online but not replying. She checks if you posted anything. This confusion can turn into irritation. She'll ask herself why you think you can suddenly pull back. She'll wonder if you lost interest. She'll wonder if someone else entered your life. That irritation is emotional proof you mattered. Some women will react with pride, staying silent, waiting for you to return. Others will break first and send a message. But either way, confusion is the first emotional crack. It's the moment she realizes your presence wasn't guaranteed, and now she has to face the possibility that she might have taken you for granted. Because when a woman feels confusion about losing you, it means your absence is already working. 2. Curiosity. What is he doing without me? After confusion comes curiosity. When your presence fades, she starts paying attention in silence. She may not text you, she may not ask you directly, but her mind starts searching for answers. Women need to know, they need to understand why the energy changed, and once she can't figure it out, she starts watching you more closely than ever before. She starts wondering, is he talking to someone else? Is he happier without me? Why does he look unbothered? Did he move on already? Even if she acted like you were just another guy, your absence challenges that belief. Women don't like not knowing. They don't like feeling uncertain. The moment she can't predict you anymore, you become interesting again. Curiosity makes her check things she ignored before. She looks at your social media activity. She notices who likes your pictures. She pays attention to who you follow. She checks if you view her stories. She watches how often you're online. And here's the important part. She does all of this quietly. She won't show it. She won't admit it. She won't ask you. But every move you make suddenly matters to her. If you look focused, happy, or busy, curiosity gets stronger. If you're improving, working out, socializing, or leveling up your life, curiosity turns into questions she can't ignore. Why does he look better now than before? Why does he seem happier without me? Why didn't he fall apart? Because here's the truth. Women expect men to chase. They expect men to fall apart when they pull away. They expect men to return, but when you don't, you become unpredictable. And unpredictability pulls her attention. Curiosity also leads to comparison. She starts comparing herself to other women you interact with. She wonders if they're prettier, smarter, kinder, more feminine. She wonders if someone else appreciates you the way she didn't. She won't say it, but every new woman around you feels like a threat. And this curiosity is emotional, not logical. Even if she wasn't fully committed to you, she still enjoyed the attention. She still liked knowing you wanted her. When that disappears, she needs to know why. Some women will test the situation, posting certain pictures, using certain captions, trying to trigger a reaction, not because she's moving on, but because she wants to see if you still care. If you give no reaction, curiosity gets even heavier. And that's when she starts thinking about reaching out a small message, a like, a reply, anything to break the silence and see where you stand. Because curiosity is the doorway to missing you. And once a woman starts wondering about your life without her, she's already affected by your absence. 3, doubt. Did I make a mistake? Once the confusion and curiosity settle in, something stronger starts to grow. Doubt. This is the moment she begins questioning herself, not you. When you were present, available, consistent, she felt secure. She believed she could take her time. She believed your attention was permanent. But your absence breaks that illusion. Now she's not asking what you did wrong. She's asking what she did wrong. This is where her mind becomes her own enemy. She replays conversations. She replays the last messages. She replays the moments she didn't respond, didn't try, didn't care enough. She remembers the effort you gave that she didn't appreciate. She notices the energy you used to bring. That isn't there anymore. And suddenly she realizes something she didn't see before. You were an asset in her life, not a burden. A woman only questions herself when she feels the loss of a good man. If you didn't matter, she wouldn't doubt anything. She would simply move on. But doubt means value. It means she's starting to understand what she had and what she may have thrown away. Thoughts start creeping in. Was I too cold? Did I push him away? Why did he stop trying? Did I misjudge him? Was he actually better than I thought? And here's the powerful part. Doubt grows in silence. The longer you stay gone, the more she rethinks everything. Her mind starts fighting her pride. At first, she blamed you. Now she blames herself. She starts comparing you to other men. Maybe other guys are inconsistent. Maybe other guys aren't as loyal. Maybe other guys don't treat her the way you did. Maybe other guys only want something temporary. And now every flaw those other men have makes you look better. Not because you changed, because she finally sees what she took for granted. Doubt also brings fear. Fear of losing something real. Fear of being replaced. Fear of waking up one day and realizing there is no second chance. This is when she starts feeling uncomfortable in her own decisions. She questions her silence. She questions her choices. She questions the image she had of you. The man she thought would always stay suddenly looks like a man who can do better. And that scares her because women don't like losing men who could be great partners. They don't like watching another woman benefit from the love they rejected. They don't like realizing they let something valuable slip away. Doubt is the turning point. It's where she begins to feel the emotional consequences of your absence. It's where she stops taking you lightly. It's where you move from someone who liked her to someone she might need back. And once a woman starts doubting her decision, the next feeling is even stronger. 4, jealousy. Who has his attention? Now, after doubt settles in, jealousy follows. She might not show it, she might not say a word, but inside, she starts feeling something she didn't expect. Competition. When you were giving her attention consistently, she didn't feel threatened. She believed she had your interest locked in. But the moment you go quiet, she starts imagining possibilities she doesn't like. Her mind begins to ask the questions she never cared about before. Is he talking to someone else? Is another woman giving him what I didn't? Does someone else have his focus now? Was he always this confident, or did someone new come along? Women are very sensitive to the idea of being replaced, especially by another woman. Even if she claimed she wasn't interested, even if she acted cold or distant, she still liked knowing she had your attention. Your absence threatens that security. Jealousy doesn't always appear loudly. It's quiet, subtle, internal. She looks harder at who comments on your posts. She notices new people in your pictures. She pays attention to which women interact with you. She watches how you carry yourself online. She checks if you seem happier than before. Even a simple picture of you out with friends can bother her, not because of what she sees, but because she doesn't know everything that happened. Women don't like uncertainty. They don't like feeling like they lost control. And jealousy is that emotional warning. He might be moving on. What many men don't realize is that jealousy is often the first sign she's emotionally attached. If she didn't care, she wouldn't check, she wouldn't look, and she wouldn't compare herself. The fact that she wonders is proof that your value increased the moment you became unavailable. And if she sees signs you are improving, working out, leveling up, dressing better, smiling more, jealousy becomes stronger. Other women noticing you is a threat. She doesn't want someone else experiencing the version of you she might have wasted. Sometimes jealousy pushes her to compete in silence. She posts better pictures. She tries to look happier. She tries to attract attention. She tries to show you she's doing fine. But her goal isn't to move on. It's to make you react. Women want to know they still matter. If you ignore it, jealousy grows. If you remain unbothered, jealousy becomes uncomfortable because now she fears the possibility she never considered. You might not be coming back. When jealousy hits, she starts realizing something she never admitted. She thought you were hers, even if she never chose you. And now that someone else could benefit from your energy, your loyalty, your effort, your attention, she feels the loss more clearly than ever because nothing makes a woman realize your value faster than the fear of someone else having what she took for granted. 5, regret. I should have treated him differently. Regret is the emotion that hits her when silence starts to feel heavy. At first, she thought your distance was temporary. Then she thought you were just busy. Then she assumed you'd eventually come back because that's what most men do. But when time passes and you remain calm, focused, and gone, she starts realizing she may have made a real mistake. This is where she replays every moment she dismissed you, ignored you, or took advantage of your effort. She remembers the times you cared and she didn't respond, the times you tried and she gave nothing back, the days you wanted her attention and she didn't bother. Every small decision feels bigger now because there's no reassurance you're coming back. Regret sounds like I should have appreciated him more. He actually tried with me. He wasn't like other guys. He cared and I pushed him away. Why did I treat him like that? A woman doesn't feel regret over a man who gave nothing. She feels regret over a man who gave more than she expected and then walked away with self-respect. Your absence makes something very clear to her. You weren't asking for her attention because you needed her. You were giving it because you cared. And now that it's gone, the truth hits. Your love wasn't guaranteed, your loyalty wasn't automatic, and your presence wasn't permanent. Regret also changes how she views other men. Suddenly, the guys who once seemed interesting don't feel the same. They aren't as attentive, they aren't as consistent, they don't talk to her the way you did, they don't care the way you cared. She starts comparing without meaning to, and every comparison makes her think of you. If she sees other women noticing you, liking your posts, smiling around you, or showing interest, regret becomes stronger. Not because you belong to her, but because she realizes you could belong to someone else who appreciates you more. This is when she starts thinking about reaching out. A simple hey, a random emoji, a question she could have Googled, a memory she brings up, a song or picture she accidentally sends. It's never accidental. It's her way of checking the door, seeing if you'll open it again. But here's the key. Regret only exists because your absence created space for reflection. You didn't beg. You didn't explain yourself. You didn't try to prove your worth. You just stepped back, and silence did what words never could. A woman starts regretting losing a man when she realizes the effort she once ignored is no longer available, when she realizes the attention she used to have is now someone else's, when she realizes the man she thought would stay forever is actually capable of leaving. Your absence forces her to confront what she couldn't see in your presence. You were a blessing she thought she could put on pause. 6. Curiosity turns into missing you. Why does it feel empty without him? Regret opens the door, but missing you is what walks through it. This is the stage where your absence is no longer a thought. It becomes a feeling, a real one, a quiet one, a heavy one. At first, she only noticed the change. Then she wondered why. Then she started comparing. Now she feels something she did not expect. Your silence is affecting her. Missing you doesn't happen instantly. It slowly builds. She starts noticing the moments where you would have messaged her. She picks up her phone at times you used to talk. She remembers how your presence felt. Steady, warm, caring, consistent. Women don't miss the presence of a man first. They miss the comfort of that presence. She starts feeling the lack of your good morning texts, your voice, your reassurance, your attention, your effort, your belief in her, your presence in her daily routine. Even small things become loud in your absence. Nobody checks on her the same way. Nobody listens the way you did. Nobody understands her the way you tried to. And what makes missing you even stronger is the realization that you didn't leave with anger, drama, or disrespect. You didn't insult her. You didn't argue. You didn't force her to stay. You calmly stepped back and let the silence speak. That calm silence is what hits her heart because it shows confidence, it shows peace, it shows discipline, it shows that your life is moving even without her. A woman misses a man more when she realizes he can live without her. And here's the emotional truth. When a woman misses a man, she feels it everywhere. Music starts reminding her of you. Places feel empty without you. Her phone feels quieter, her days feel less exciting, her nights feel longer. She starts thinking about what you meant to her, not what went wrong. The good moments play louder than the bad ones. Your strengths start overshadowing your imperfections. She remembers who you were to her, not who she pretended you were. This is when pride starts breaking. She debates messaging you. She types a message, deletes it, rewrites it, deletes it again. She checks your profile more than once a day. She hopes you will reach out first. But here's the beautiful part of your absence. She's not missing you because you begged. She's not missing you because you chased. She's not missing you because she feels sorry. She misses you because for the first time she knows you might be gone for real. And that is when your value rises higher than anything you ever said while you were present. Because a woman only misses what she can no longer have access to. 7. Wanting you back. I need to know if the door is still open. Once a woman passes through confusion, curiosity, doubt, jealousy, and regret, she arrives at the final stage. She wants you back. She may not admit it out loud. She may not say the words directly, but the feeling becomes impossible for her to ignore. Your absence didn't just make her think. It made her feel. Now she starts wondering about something she never cared about before. Could I get him back if I tried? Would he still want me? Is the door still open? What if I waited too long? This is where pride starts to lose its power. The silence that she once brushed off now feels painful. The distance that felt comfortable now feels cold. And the man she assumed would always be there suddenly doesn't look guaranteed anymore. She begins to imagine life with you again. Not because she's bored, not because she needs attention, but because she realizes what you brought to her life that other men don't. You were consistent, you were steady, you were loyal, you were supportive, you actually cared. Those qualities don't show themselves in your presence, they show themselves when you're gone. Now she starts trying to reconnect in small ways, liking your old pictures, watching every story, replying to something random, sending a just checking on you message, pretending she has a question she doesn't need answered, bringing up a memory out of nowhere. She doesn't want to risk rejection, so she tests the water gently. If you respond warmly, she moves closer. If you respond coldly, she panics. Either way, your reaction matters because she's no longer in control. She also starts fixing things silently. She tries to look better. She posts differently. She acts sweeter if you speak. She's more respectful. She's more patient. Why? Because she doesn't want to lose you twice. Most men mess up here. They rush back in as soon as she shows interest. They flutter with attention again. They overvalue her because she finally noticed them. But a wise man stays calm. He doesn't jump. He doesn't chase. He doesn't throw his emotions at her feet. You don't punish her. You just protect yourself. If she truly wants you back, her effort will be clear, not a hint, not a crumb, not a tiny spark of attention, real effort, real consistency, real communication. And if she won't give that, then she only missed the attention, not you. Your absence revealed her real feelings. Her reaction reveals her real intentions. If she comes back with sincerity, maturity, and effort, you have a choice. But if she only returns because her ego is bruised, your answer is silence. Because a woman who really feels your absence doesn't just miss you, she's willing to earn her place back in your life. A woman feels the truth of a man more in his absence than his presence. Your silence shows your strength. Your distance shows your standards. Your absence forces her to see what she ignored. If she truly valued you, she will feel it deeply. If she never cared, she will easily move on either way. You learn what she won't say out loud. A man who can walk away without anger or begging becomes unforgettable. Let your absence speak for you. The right woman will respect it, the wrong woman will regret it, and you'll always come out